You know, sometimes I'll have a couple days off from detailing, you know, maybe because of the weather or a slowdown, and I find myself getting like antsy, like I just want to like detail something, like anything.
Yeah, foreign. Yeah, you see my whip, you know it's foreign. I'm so foreign. Then you see my girl, you know she foreign. I'm in Lauren. You been wearing Tommy, got that foreign. You so boring. I've been up and working, that is foreign. I'm so foreign. Yeah, you know my whip, you know it's foreign. I'm so foreign.
What's up, guys? Jeff from Top Star Mobile Detailing, Las Vegas, where average is the enemy. So in this video, we're going to be talking about whether you can become addicted to detailing. What are some potential vices that could be holding you back from success in your business, and some of the adjustments that you could make to maybe change those vices over from negative ones to positive ones. Let's jump into the video. So one of the things that I realized about myself over the years is that I have somewhat of an addictive personality. Maybe it's something that you guys struggle with too, you know, whether that be addicted to drinking, gambling, weed, porn, video games, social media, you know, whatever the vices may be. It's definitely things that I have struggled with over the course of my life, you know. And I did a video a while back about how detailing saved my life. It wasn't until really that I decided to start my detailing business to where I decided to make some adjustments and some changes into my life to address some of these addictions and vices and things I could do to maybe shift those over and improve on it. Throughout the course of my life, I struggled with some of these vices, and I used them as kind of like a distraction, I guess, if you will, to kind of escape reality sometimes and deal with the times that like I were unhappy in my life, you know. And it wasn't really until I decided to jump into the detailing business where I got away from those vices. I just basically had to go into isolation for a little while, you know, and kind of isolate myself from the rest of the world, like kind of like a seed buried deep in the soil, you know, like ready for a transformation, I guess, if you will, you know. So I got clarity and I decided to, you know, quit gambling, quit drinking, which can be difficult when you live here in Vegas. You're constantly surrounded by alcohol and gambling is everywhere you go, you know, and it's just the people I was hanging out with were kind of caught up in this world as well, and I'd hang up with them and you know, find myself getting caught up in these type of things too. But what I realized, you know, sitting in the bar at one point was I look around and, you know, you don't see successful business owners sitting around the bar wasting time dumping money into machines and stuff, right? So I got clarity and I made the decision that when I started this business, I was going to focus everything I had into detailing. I was going into it with the mindset that this is going to be like an all-in business for me, an all-in venture to where, you know, I'm burning the boats and there's no plan B, right? There's no going back. Another thing I did was I got rid of my TV, right? Because I realized that I was watching like way too much TV, hours of Netflix, and just killing time at the end of every night. You know, I go home and instead of doing something productive, you get caught up in what the next series is, and next thing you know, you're binge watching 3 or 4 hours of Netflix a night, you know. So that was another big transition for me when I started the business, was TV out. From that point on, I started watching YouTube videos, consuming as much content as possible on things like not just detailing, which I did consume a lot of detailing videos. It definitely helped me, you know, grow and get started in the industry. And it's one of the reasons why I like putting out these videos for you guys too, because I got a lot of value out of this type of stuff when I was just getting started, and hopefully, you know, it's providing some value for you guys as well. But I also consumed a lot of stuff that would help me grow with the business. So it was stuff on like SEO content. I'm not kidding, when I would dive into a topic like SEO, I would consume somewhere between 50 to 100 hours of content on just SEO, or how to rank in Google, things like of that nature, how to become a successful business owner, entrepreneurs, so really putting in the time, instead of watching Netflix, into YouTube and learning and growing and leveling up, And it takes those type of sacrifices, to cut out those things out of your life and transition those old vices into new, like, positive vices instead. So, all that being said, I feel like maybe I'm at a point now where instead of being addicted to those things, I may have become addicted to detailing, right? Because I spend so many hours detailing a week, I'm detailing 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's pretty much all I do now. It's become like an obsession for me. Work-life balance is not ideal. I've been told by a lot of people is like, hey, you have no work-life balance. All you do is work, work, work. That's not healthy, to continue that lifestyle. Working that kind of schedule, those kind of hours, you excel at a much faster pace than most people are going to excel at, because you're putting in double the hours, you're doing double the amount of details that most people are doing. So it's kind of like, once you go to that level, kind of like how Kobe Bryant would get up hours before the rest of the team, right? And the team would get there at 6 a.m. for training thinking, hey, I'm early, and he's already been there since 3 a.m., and got in 3 more hours. Well, that's not much over a day or over a week, but when you're doing that over the course of 3 months, 6 months, a year, 18 months, and you continue at that pace, you progress at a rate that's so much faster than your competition. For me, it was more of a struggle working 40 to 50 hours in an actual job as an employee working for someone else in a corporation. That was harder for me to swallow than working 70 to 90 hours a week for myself. I actually thrive off of it. I enjoy being out and working on a daily basis like that and continuing to move at that pace. I'm one of those people, I guess, where I can't sit still for very long. I have trouble sitting and relaxing. I feel like I'm kind of wasting time. I need to be on the go all the time. So for me, like, detailing, I feel very fortunate. I feel very grateful to have that opportunity to be able to work that amount of hours. At my age, I'm going to be 51 here next week. I don't believe, you quit working when you get old. I believe you get old when you quit working. Yeah, it is a sales call. Top Star Detailing, this is Jeff.
Jeff, Oscar here.
Hey, Oscar. What's going on, man?
How are you?
Good.
We have an Equinox here that we put a motor in. We're going to sell it. We need it washed and cleaned inside.
Okay.
Are you available for that? And then my truck also needs a cleaning as well.
I'm not available today. I could get to it. How soon did you need it done? Like ASAP or?
No big hurry, but next couple of days, I guess.
Yeah, let me just pull up the calendar real quick and see what the Equinox. That's the third row seating SUV.
Yeah. I think it's got the 3 rows.
Yeah.
Do something, don't.
Yep. Tomorrow, I'm booked up tomorrow. I have some availability Friday afternoon. I'm booked up Friday morning, but I have some availability around noon. Were you wanting to get it done at the shop?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I could come around noon and get it done for you then.
And this is only 2 seats on this one.
On the Equinox?
So, yeah. Equinox is a smaller version of the Suburban. You know what I mean? It's a
Two,
smaller one.
okay, so like two rows.
2 rows.
Okay, gotcha. So for interior, exterior detail on that is $240 total for the vehicle. And it'll probably take right about 3 hours.
Okay. But yeah, just want it washed and cleaned and inside, so that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, that's just the time it'll take to do a thorough cleaning, to get in all the cracks and crevices, vacuum it out, clean the glass. Okay. It takes a while on those. They're, you know, I mean, it's a. Yeah. I know it's not third row, but the SUVs still take some time.
Okay.
And then you said you wanted to get your truck washed as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you want me to just text you then when I'm finishing up on Friday and let you know I'm en route?
Please.
Okay, sounds good, Oscar.
Okay.
Thank you, I appreciate you. So yeah, now that it's wintertime, it's getting dark earlier here, it's given me some more time to get back into the gym, get healthy again, get back into fitness. That's another one of the things that I tend to obsess with once I get into it. Once I get into something, I really get into it. I go down that path and I'm all about it. So I'm about to start back on the fitness program for the winter time here and really get serious about that. But where was I going with this video? I guess the point I was trying to make is you can take some of these addictions that you might have had or you may be struggling with, some of these vices. You know, I still struggle with the social media one for sure because I'm on there so much for business, and a lot of times I'll go down these rabbit holes with social media to where I click on a reel or something and, you know, I start off by watching a detailing video and next thing you know, I'm down some rabbit hole and I'm watching a hippopotamus battle a rhino or something like that. I'm crazy, you know how that goes. But so I'm making a conscious effort to shift some of those negative vices over into the positive vices, right? Things like working out, things like fitness, things like instead of Netflix and watching a bunch of random shows on TV, shifting that into YouTube and content and learning and focusing on things that can help me grow in my business. You know, and I'm not a therapist in any way, guys. I'm not trying to like preach this as any type of therapy. Probably a good idea if you are struggling with that stuff to maybe see a therapist. Probably a good idea for me too. But at this point, I've been kind of using detailing as my therapy, and I enjoy it. You know, I really do. I'm super passionate about detailing. I love everything about it. You know, sometimes I'll have a couple days off from detailing. You know, maybe because of the weather or a slowdown. And I find myself getting like antsy, like I just want to like detail something, like anything, you know? And that ever happened to you guys, like where you just want to be like, man, I need to detail, you know? Or I'll be driving around in traffic and I'll see a really nice car that's dirty, and I just like think to myself like, man, I just want to detail that car. I want to clean that up, and it kind of eats at you. Another thing sometimes I struggle with while I'm working is I'll have a vehicle, and maybe this happens to you guys sometimes too, is you're working on the vehicle and you realize that you're coming up on 3 hours-ish. You know, for me, my express cuts out at that 3 hour time limit, and the vehicle, you're looking around, you still see areas that need cleaning, and you know at some point you have to cut it because time is money, and you have to end it at some point. But sometimes I'll struggle to like pull myself out and be like, man, I still want to clean this. But that over there and that over there. Does that ever happen to you guys where you just feel like, man, you know, I could just keep going on this vehicle for like another hour, you know? But to be successful in business, to be profitable, you have to extract yourself out you have to put a time limit on it at a certain point. Unless the customer wants to pay you to continue to keep cleaning. And sometimes I will have that conversation with them like, hey, you know, there's a couple things here that still could use some cleaning. I'm already at the kind of maximum time limit for the package you booked. If you'd like me to go another hour on this, then I can do that, get this, and this completely dialed in, but I would have to charge, you know, an additional hour's labor on that. Like I said, I feel like I might be addicted to detailing. I don't know that it's a bad thing, you know. I think that it's definitely more of a positive than some of the other things that I could be addicted to out there in the world. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys struggle with any of these things? Hope you get some value out of this video. And if you like the content, you like the videos that we're providing for you guys, please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.